Hello, fight fans. Seattle Mike of MMA with Friends. Everybody, please hit that like button if you like what I do here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I'm just 16 subscriptions away from 5,800, so that would be great to hit that before this week's big fights. And make sure you ring that bell so you're notified for those big fights. This Saturday, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 2. That's going to be a humongous fight. I want to talk a little bit about the co-main event of last night's fights, though. First of all, thank you for everybody that tuned in. Thank you for everybody that hung out for a long time. It was really good to have basically all of the OGs in there. A few new names maybe, but all of the hardcores were in the last night, so that's always a fun night. And I just want to clarify my perspective on the Diego Sanchez Michel Pereira fight, or actually, I've given it quite a bit of thought. And what I've came to the conclusion is I became a fan last night. And it happens to us. It doesn't happen to me, I don't think, a lot. I really try hard, to call a fight down the middle. If I'm going to be biased, I'll let you know right out of the gate. I'll kind of joke. I'll be like, I'm going to be very biased in this fight. This is my favorite fighter. Like last night I said I'm really rooting for Diego Sanchez because he's one of those OGs, the last guy from The Ultimate Fighter. But turn that fight around and make it Diego Sanchez that's dominating the fight. And he lands the knee to the head, cuts the head open of Michel Pereira in the third round. And I think to myself, would I feel the same way if Diego Sanchez has gotten disqualified, or was I just being a fan? And guys, I got to admit, some of you guys called me out. Some of you said that it should have been a no contest. Some of you blamed Diego Sanchez. I don't blame him. I don't know what his state of mind was at the time. I'm sure he definitely had a concussion. I mean, that was a bad knee, big gash. I don't blame him for not going on. But I do feel that I was disrespectful of the fighting spirit, possibly of Michel Pereira. And for that, if I was disrespectful of his fighting spirit, I apologize, and I apologize for being that biased. I feel like it probably should have been a no contest. It was one foul in a fight, 3 rounds. Michel Pereira was definitely dominating. And I know it's easy, it's easy to hate on Michel Pereira. And I was guilty of a little bit of that myself. He also entertains me, though. He entertains us. The guy works hard. It took a lot of hours to perfect that style. I don't know about perfect, but to just be able to do a lot of the things that he does. He practices those acrobats endlessly. That guy has to be in the gym for hours and hours and hours. He's out there trying to feed his family, and he deserves respect as a fighter too. So I just want to say that I respect Michel Pereira as a fighter on there. And now, in hindsight, I feel like he shouldn't have gotten ripped off, of the win, or of the loss, excuse me. Shouldn't have been a no contest. And if they had told Diego Sanchez, I feel like that really was an error. It looked like they told him that it was going to be a win if he didn't continue. If they just told him it was going to be a no contest, or the fight was just going to continue to go on, I don't think he quits. I don't think he stops and quits and takes the L. He might not even take the no contest. I definitely don't think he takes the L. Things go on. Pereira loses a point and, gets the victory that he did deserve. He dominated that fight from bell to bell. You could hear in my commentating, Diego Sanchez, he couldn't get the takedowns. He couldn't get inside. He really landed very little strikes, and it was just an extremely dominating performance for Michel Pereira. And I don't think he deserved the loss. And in hindsight, Diego Sanchez, as much as I love him, he didn't do anything to win that fight except for taking a legal knee to the face. I'm glad he's going to get paid. Towards the end of his career, some people can criticize him, but he's in that deep six-figure paychecks from being around for so long, and he's got that win bonus. So, he's going to double that six-figure paycheck. The question is, do you want to go 2 more minutes and face a loss? Do you want this, to possibly be a no contest and you don't get paid? Or you're losing this fight, there's 3 minutes left, you have a good excuse, you got a knee in the head, you're gassed, you're concussed. Would you like $200,000 and a win to say, I'm really not able to continue? And I would not have pushed him to continue. I do think Michel Pereira got ripped off, and I don't think he's a guy that cares so much about wins and losses. I mean, he's got 10 losses. I think he could have a better record if he, fought more to win. He seems to fight to entertain and to taunt at times, but, he does put on a show to entertain us, so no hate towards Michel Pereira for that one. And I hope the UFC keeps him around. I hope he doesn't cut him. And really, Diego Sanchez, this is unfortunately looks like the end of the line for him. He could maybe pick up a win off some of these older veterans. Like I had joked, BJ Penn, not a fight I'd like to see, though. I would just really like to see him retire. Not sure what he would do afterwards, but Michel Pereira didn't deserve a loss for that one. I just wanted to clarify my comments, and I want to get your guys' opinion the day after. What do you guys think? Was it the right decision? Should it have been a no contest? Should it have continued with a 1-point deduction from Pereira? I'm really curious what you guys are thinking the day after. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.